kita menjalankan PPKM nih. Apa kabarnya Bapak Ibu? Boleh ya, saya juga direspon nih, dikasih feedback. Apakah suara saya terdengar dengan jelas nih? Boleh ya, diketik di kolom chat Bapak Ibu silakan. Untuk Bapak Ibu yang mengetik di kolom chat silakan boleh diganti ke all panelists dan all attendees ya. Oh, terima kasih Bu Nia. Oke, boleh diganti terlebih dahulu Bapak Ibu ke all panelists dan all attendees supaya Bapak Ibu yang lain juga bisa membaca chat Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. Oke, selamat pagi semuanya. Wow, ini kalau di kolom chat sudah ramai sekali nih dari tadi saya baca. Semua sudah saling menyapa selamat pagi. Untuk itu saya yang gantian menyapa Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. Selamat pagi dan selamat bergabung. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan kepada Bapak Ibu tamu undangan dan partners dalam webinar Intel Edge Software Hub Configuration and Deployment Tool with Intel Edge Software Configurator. Persembahan dari Intel Edge AI Challenge dan PT Sinex Metro Data Indonesia. Bagaimana nih Bapak Ibu, sudah 13 hari PPKM, kira-kira siapa nih? Siapa tahu punya hobi baru nih selama PPKM nih, atau mungkin ada yang tidak berubah karena selama ini bekerjanya WFH. Ada mungkin yang jadi punya skill baru selama PPKM? Kalau saya tuh, karena tadinya WFO sekarang jadi WFH gitu ya. Jadi sekarang punya hobi baking. Mungkin ada dari Bapak Ibu yang juga punya hobi yang sama nih atau punya hobi baru selama PPKM, boleh ya nanti di-share-share juga di kolom chat ya. Oke, baik. Kami mendoakan semoga Bapak Ibu semuanya dalam keadaan sehat tanpa kurang suatu apapun dimanapun Bapak Ibu berada ya. Tetap jalankan protokol kesehatan Bapak Ibu ya. Dan kami mengucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran Bapak Ibu sekalian. Senang sekali bisa berjumpa walaupun secara virtual ya. Semoga semangatnya tetap membara sampai nanti akhir acara webinar. Baik, sebelum saya memulai acara hari ini, saya ingin membacakan agendanya terlebih dahulu. Hari ini secara istimewa, Intel Edge AI Challenge dan PT Sinex Metro Data Indonesia akan menghadirkan solusi-solusi terupdate untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian yang nanti akan disampaikan oleh speaker-speaker saya yang luar biasa yang sudah bergabung juga bersama saya hari ini. Nanti di opening speech akan dibuka oleh Bapak Herianto, IoT dan Cloud Business Development Director yang nanti akan dilanjutkan dengan solusi terupdate kita hari ini yang akan dibawakan langsung oleh Mr. Henk Carlau, Product Manager Edge Software Hub, dan Mr. Nilchen selaku Technical Project Lead Manager at Intel Corporation. Juga sudah bergabung dengan kami Ibu Maria Kalangi, selamat pagi, and Mr. Guan Bunton. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Selamat pagi semuanya. Semoga hari ini semuanya dapat menikmati webinar yang sudah dipersembahkan untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. Dan apabila Bapak Ibu nanti akan ada pertanyaan, silakan ketik di kolom Q&A. Letaknya ada di mana sih? Nih Bapak Ibu boleh intip. Kolom Q&A ada di sebelah kolom chat ya Bapak Ibu ya. Silakan nanti Bapak Ibu bisa drop pertanyaan Bapak Ibu di kolom Q&A karena kita akan membuka sesi Q&A setelah sesi solusi update. Baik, bagaimana Bapak Ibu sudah tidak sabar seperti saya ingin segera memulai acara kita hari ini? Ini suara saya terdengar kan ya Bapak Ibu ya? Ini anteng-anteng nih di kolom chat tiba-tiba. Oke, baik. Baik, nampaknya semua sudah tidak sabar ya. Seperti saya, untuk itu saya akan langsung saja membuka acara ini dengan mengundang Bapak Herianto, IoT and Cloud Business Development Director untuk membuka dan menyapa Bapak Ibu sekalian. Halo Bapak Herianto, selamat pagi.
Halo, selamat
Halo,
pagi.
apa kabar?
Baik.
Gimana nih Bapak Herianto, 13 hari PPKM nih, siapa tahu punya
Waduh,
skill.
saya sudah setahun.
Oh, udah setahun.
Work from home. Jadi,
Work from home terus ya. Oke, baik. Silakan Bapak Herianto, boleh langsung menyapa Bapak Ibu yang sudah hadir pagi hari ini.
ya, oke. Terima kasih Alina. Selamat pagi Bapak Ibu. Senang sekali hari ini kita berjumpa kembali ya pada kesempatan pagi ini hari Selasa di tanggal 13 Juli. Memang di masa-masa sekarang terjadi pengetatan kembali di Indonesia khususnya. Cuman saya berharap kita semua Bapak Ibu juga tetap sehat ya, karena kalau buat saya sendiri banyak sekali orang-orang dekat yang kita mendapat kabar dalam keadaan kurang sehat. Jadi yang hadir di sini saya harap kita semua tetap bisa saling menjaga ya, tetap di rumah, tidak perlu keluar kalau tidak ada urgensi. Nah, pada pagi ini kita kedatangan tamu dari Intel, beberapa pembicara yang ahli tentunya yang akan memberikan sharing terkait Intel Edge Software Hub. Nah, sebenarnya apa itu Intel Software Hub? Khususnya di masa pandemik ini, kita sebagai pemain IT gitu ya, aplikasi atau software mungkin mengalami tantangan. Kalau kami di sini kita melihat ini tantangannya sangat jelas. Kenapa? Karena kita tidak bisa datang on-site ke customer. Ya. Jadi kalau saat kita menawarkan sebuah solusi, terutama dalam hal ini aplikasi, di mana kita misalnya mau melakukan POC, mau demo, ya, kita punya banyak sekali keterbatasan. Misalnya kalau sebelum pandemik, kita bisa kirim tim untuk melakukan setting atau melakukan konfigurasi di site di customer, ya. Ataupun kalau sekarang mungkin dengan zamannya cloud, ya kita tertolong tanpa harus mengunjungi site, tapi tetap kita perlu waktu ini untuk setiap customer melakukan rekonfigurasi, dan itu tidak sedikit waktu yang kita habiskan atau kita alokasikan dari resources yang kita miliki. Nah, Intel dengan Edge Software Hub-nya itu menawarkan sebuah solusi di mana Bapak Ibu bisa membuat sebuah paket, ya, atau sebuah software Bapak Ibu bisa di pre-configure sehingga saat mau deployment itu tidak perlu effort yang besar dari sisi engineer. Bahkan bisa dilakukan sendiri oleh customer jika kita melakukan konfigurasi dengan benar. Nah, kesempatan ini kita mau sharing bagaimana caranya, ya, bagaimana Bapak Ibu bisa memanfaatkan teknologi dari Intel ini sehingga memudahkan proses delivery paket software aplikasi, ya, tentunya kalau kita mau melakukan demo, POC, bahkan untuk production. Nah, tanpa berlama-lama, ya, saya mau serahkan kembali ke Alina. Semoga session hari ini bisa memberikan banyak manfaat kepada Bapak Ibu, ya, dan stay healthy selalu. Selamat pagi.
Baik, terima kasih Bapak Herianto. Betul sekali ya, sekarang kita sudah berpindah ke era digitalisasi semuanya ya Bapak Herianto ya, yang semua harus dikerjakan secara yang membutuhkan internet nih di mana-mana ya Bapak Herianto ya, sudah berpindah dari yang tadinya harus bertemu orang jadi ya kita membatasi diri. Semoga semuanya tetap dalam keadaan sehat, termasuk Bapak Herianto sehat selalu ya.
Sehat.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak Herianto. Baik, nah sesuai tadi yang sudah saya sebutkan nih Bapak Herianto juga sudah menyinggung nih mengenai 2 guest speaker hari ini yang sudah bergabung bersama kami semua, yang sudah siap juga memberikan informasi dan men-sharingkan ilmunya hari ini untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Untuk itu saya tidak akan berlama-lama lagi, segera saya akan mengundang, tapi sekali lagi saya ingatkan untuk Bapak Ibu, setelah sesi solusi update kita akan membuka sesi Q&A untuk Bapak Ibu yang ada pertanyaan nih, silakan langsung ketik saja di kolom Q&A di sebelah kolom chat ya. Oke, baik. For our next speakers, we have Mr. Henk Carlau, Product Manager Edge Software Hub, and Mr. Neil Chen, Technical Project Lead Manager at Intel Corporation, will be presenting the solution update from Intel. Okay, please give a big round of applause for Mr. Henkar Lau and Mr. Neil Chen. Hello, Mr. Henkar. Good morning.
Hey, hello. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good.
Okay,
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Okay, so are you ready for with the presentation?
Sure. Let me share my screen.
Okay, sure.
This. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Hang on.
We just did the full screen. Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Is that full screen already? Okay.
Yes. Okay, please enjoy the presentation.
Sure. Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Selamat pagi, Bapak Ibu. Welcome to our sharing. So today we'd like to share with you how to start your intelligent edge solution with Edge Software Hub. So there is some slight increase in terms of contents because of the we want to share more with you as compared to the previous title that you see. So this is a topic today. And my name is Henkar. I'm the product manager from Edge Software Hub as well. Together with me, I have one colleague also, Neil, join me in this session. So I would let Neil introduce about himself. Hey, Neil, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes,
can
Neil,
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Yeah.
Great. It's an honor to join this session. I'm Neo Chen, coming from Intel IoTG customer support team. And my team are supporting all the customers who's using the software from Edge Software Hub. So I'm very happy to share our support model, support a community. Hope that would be a good way to help everybody using the software from the Edge Software Hub. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Neil. So we will have the Q&A session at the end of the session. And also at the meantime, please text your question in the text box so that we will answer that those questions at the end of the session. All right. So before that, before I proceed, so this is our legal notice and also the disclaimer. So all the information provided here is subjected to change without notice, and also you need to contact your Intel rep to obtain the latest material for any more information. All right. So today our business environment actually experience a faster speed of transformation. So let's look at some history of the retail world. In early 90s century, so it is very common to have a mom and pop shop. This is a family owned business and it's operate at a smaller scale. Generally, this is a more general store and also they provide a very limited choice of their offering. However, their customer relationship is much stronger because the owner basically know most of the customer. And then when moving to the 50s, so this general mom and pop shop, basically they evolved to a larger scale like a supermarket, and they provide more branded choice. And this is all due to the efficiency that we gain from the manufacturing line, supply chain, and also those inventory management, logistics. So we gain more efficiency from there, and hence enable those retailers to be able to operate at a larger scale. But as a business owner, right, it is impossible for you to know everyone coming to your store. So the customer relationship is not as strong as compared to the mom and pop shop. So, and if you're looking at today, the retail world is much more competitive. So it's very demanding. They require both customer relationship and also the efficiency. And in some cases, some retailer, they enable those O2O, online to offline, or the offline to online to connect both virtual world like e-commerce store and their physical outlet so that they can provide more instant information or relevant advertisement to the customer and increase their more customer efficiency and also the experience for purchasing. So while this retailer is catching up with the business trend, the world doesn't stop here. So what is the next future trend for the retail? The customer basically is looking for more better experience like the grab and go, no line, and no checkout kind of experience. And also this frictionless retail concept is not new anymore because of a lot of big company already invested a lot in the technology to enable those frictionless retail store. And one of the famous example is Amazon Go. And for retailer, right, how can they continue operate in a very efficient way and also at the same time innovate to provide more better customer experience? So those are the challenges. So let's probably dive into the technology that behind the scene and also how this workload change over the time. So, and digital signage and also the interactive kiosk, right, are one of the essential solutions for the retailer to improve their operation efficiency. However, this single function device, right, has no longer satisfied the business need. Additionally, those AI workload or the camera application is required to improve the customer experience. So with those workload, right, the retailer can learn more customer behavior, more analytic, and understand their preference, and in some cases, they can understand their emotion. For example, right, digital signage with the AI application, right, allows you to display advertising that is more relevant to the customer based on their gender, based on their age. Another example, like the ATM machine with the camera, right, allows you to improve the overall experience. The customer feel more safe in terms of the security, and also provide the opportunity to provide the new emerging kind of market like the virtual banking, remote banking kind of stuff, right? And also some retailer, they even integrate their existing point of sale system with the digital surveillance to gain more efficiency. So if you're looking at all these, right, these solutions are no longer operate with a mono function. It incorporate with a several functionality. And this workload consolidation, right, at the edge can streamline the existing architecture while provide the advanced analytic and reducing total cost of ownership for the retailer. So let me share with you a short clip that what Intel is offering for on this workload consolidation. All right, I hope you're excited after watching the video and what Intel is offering. And there are a lot of challenges to bring those workload together to support the business use cases that we mentioned previously, especially when you're dealing with a different business requirement for each IoT vertical. And we launched this Intel Edge Software Hub last year, and within 1 year, we have been achieving a lot, and we are building more reference implementation, sample application, use cases, and also the software packages to accelerate your development. We also provide a tools called Intel Edge Software Configurator to simplify your workload configuration and also deployment. So I will include some highlight for this Edge Software Hub feature and also our new tool, Edge Software Configurator tools. And I will also provide some demo in the session before I hand over to Neil for the community support and the remaining presentation. All right, so first, this is our Intel Software Hub catalog page. For those who are new, Intel Edge Software Hub provide a very user-friendly interface for developer to kickstart any project implementation with series of the reference implementation across industry, such as the retail, smart transportation, industry, and healthcare. And the developer can easily download and install the Edge software package just by one click. The developer are no longer need to worry about the complexities of various types of the hardware configuration in order to develop the most optimum solution. Intel Edge Software Hub will recommend validated Edge hardware that offered by our ecosystem partner as well. So the process of getting these software packages or reference implementation is easy as to click on the accept licensing button through the website. So let me share with you several reference implementation that you can leverage from Intel Edge Software Hub across industry like retail, transportation, industrial, and also healthcare. In the retail industry, we do provide reference implementation like the automated checkout at the retail store. In this implementation, it consists of the HX middleware integration with data and protocol standard. It also provides flexibility to add customer inference model and also sensor data for the application development. If we switch to the smart city application, there is a intelligent traffic management reference implementation that you can download. This solution is mainly to reduce total cost of ownership by upgrading intersection traffic capability without changing the traffic controller. This helps to dynamically manage intersection traffic for reduce any delay and collision avoidance. And there are many more reference implementation that you can check out from our website. Next, our next topic is our this new tool, Edge Software Configurator. We released this tool in Q2. It is quite still an early phase, and we encourage you to try this tool and give us feedback so we can incorporate those features in the future release as well. So the goal of this Intel Edge Software Configurator tools is to simplify all your workload consolidation and performance optimization at the edge. So in the IoT world, considering maintaining a legacy system is important. And when we want to improve the overall experience or operation efficiency, we need to include also those innovative capabilities like artificial intelligence. As a developer, you will encounter challenges such as how to integrate the legacy system. At the same time, we talk about the trend to use the modern architecture. And one of the modern architecture technology is a container. But to a lot of the solution provider, the entire development environment might be too complex, especially dealing with the modern and legacy architecture. So today, our Edge Software Hub team provide these new tools, Edge Software Configurator. With this tool, developer can create container and VM in a few clicks for software modernization development. Additionally, there are a lot of the compute power and also accelerator card or ingredient in the market. As to ease a developer to leverage their accelerator solution, we provide optimization capability as well. In each of the VM, you can use Intel virtualization technology such as multiple core, graphic, I/O virtualization. With this, right, your optimized VM can be reused across similar use cases. Besides the development phase, right, we also provide an easy way for you to deploy your solution to the multiple edge node. You can easily collect telemetry data or measure system performance from the edge node as well. Another key feature for Intel Edge Software Configurator is to unify dashboard to monitor the overall system performance and also resources utilization. This can provide overall operation efficiency and future enhancement, which is important for your business insight. So how do we get started? We also provide pre-validated packages and also use cases that you can access and also download from Edge Software Hub for your immediate tryout. So let's look at one of the example, which is the smart city. First, you can download Intel Software Configurator tools from Edge Software Hub website. Then you install this Edge Software Configurator on your developer machine. And today we want to showcase a smart city application. You can get this application from Edge Software Hub to run the similar demo I'm going to show you here. For example, in smart city application, we have a few microservices such as object tracking, collision detection, and this is hosted in a separate containers. Once you are happy with those development, you can deploy the solution to the different edge node For example, traffic light, lamp posts, and different building. After deployment, you also can view those performance and health of each node, right, from the dashboard. Another example is manufacturing. With the rise of the Industry 4.0 and also Industry IoT, the integration of the operation technology, OT system, with the information technology, the IT system is becoming a necessity. Additionally, how can you help those factories to modernize their industrial system by adopting AI technology such as a machine vision application? When approaching to Industry 4.0, there are a few things to consider. First is about the modernization. How do you develop and deploy containerized AI-based application? We provide you a Edge Insight for Industrial, EII, which is the software packages allows you to develop AI application for the industry. And you can make use of different microservices capability in the packages, such as time series data injection, video injection, video analytic, and all these AI configuration and also the deployment can be done through our Edge software configurator. The next thing is the consolidation. How can you consolidate different Linux and Windows workload into the same machine? And a lot of the time, right, you have the factory requirement that you want to have the workload isolation. So this is the consolidation mechanism that you can consider. And lastly, it's about the preservation. How can you do your or migrate your legacy workload and then run those workload to the same machine or the newer machine, right? So this is challenges in the modernization as well. And also all of these, right, you can take advantage of the Edge software hub that we provide. And today, our existing software configurator version already support the first two use cases, and we are working at the background to enable the third use cases, so that you can use these two to help your industrial PC modernization and consolidation. Another example is the concept of virtualization. It's not something new, especially it has been a while in the, it's a long history in the data center. But in some industry, right, the retail and hospitality or even school, those virtualization at the edge is rapidly become a key requirement because of the due to enhanced level of the customer experience expected from the business need and also the real-time requirement. For example, applications such as a POS system or point of sale system, they can be easily consolidated with the multiple application like the digital surveillance or the digital signage, right? It can and with this kind of requirement, it drive the need of the local computing performance, graphic performance, and also more I/O peripheral option to support multiple VM and also the display. And there are a lot of the challenge and also the step is required to configure your Edge node, right? So with the Intel Edge software configurator tools, it also helps you to simplify all the Intel virtualization setup and complexity. And also we are releasing the version that support those GVTG and also I/O virtualization. To download the Edge software configurator, it is just require 4 simple steps. First, visit our Intel Edge Software Hub catalog website. From the catalog website, select Edge configurator tools to download, and then it will bring you to a selector page where you can learn more for product documentation or hardware and software requirement for the tools. You also can customize which component to download based on your need from this selector tool. We also provide a single click to accept the license online for the tools and dependency. Once you accept those license online, an installer file will be downloaded, and then you can follow all the getting started guide for the detailed instruction. So let me probably give you a quick demo. Can you see it? Let me see. On, um, um, can you see my screen?
Actually, it's freeze to demo.
Okay, let me see it now. Okay.
Now it's, yeah.
Okay, so
But
let me do this. So to get to the Intel Edge Software Hub is pretty easy. So at intel.com, it's Software Hub. So it will bring you to the landing page of the Edge Software Hub program. And in this landing page, right, it consists of all the use cases software ecosystem. It's more on the program level, and you can see over here we have all the partners over here, ecosystem, and also some other offering from the Intel. So then one things I want to probably highlight over here, you need to go to this one-stop resources. It's our Intel Software Hub catalog page. So in this page, right, so there are a couple of the section over here. So we provide you 3 use cases, software packages, and also the hardware. As you can see here, this is a list of the reference implementation and also the use cases. And then if we move further down, this is the software packages. Today we have 5 of the software packages, allows you to build your application from scratch, right? So this is a packages that we put all the ingredients together. For example, in the Vision packages, we include those OpenVINO and also the Edge to Cloud connector in this package, and then you can download and develop package from there. And then the one I mentioned here is the industrial packages also is right here. And then you can couple more like the edge control for the industrial and also the edge insight for the feed. And then the configurator tool that I talk about over here is this. You can download this Edge software configurator from this website as well. And there are some hardware partner. Let's say you want to purchase any hardware. Basically, we have the recommended hardware here. This is the list of the hardware. And then over here, you can do some selection to see which hardware is optimized for your use cases. All right, so let me switch back to my video demo for the Edge software configurator tools. Can you see it?
yeah, we can see.
Hello, everybody. My name is Manohar Karlapalam, and I am part of the Developer Enabling Organization within the Internet of Things group at Intel. I am also the software architect for the Edge Software Configurator solution. And in this presentation, I will introduce you to the main features of this technology. This is a login screen of the Intel Edge Software Configurator, also known by its former name, Edge Software Manager. The configurator is used for optimization, efficient deployment, and management of the entire lifecycle of workloads on a network of edge devices, referred to here as edge nodes. In a network of edge devices, one of the nodes is designated as the build node, which controls the workload provisioning and execution functions on all the nodes, including itself. The web-based control portal on a build node is accessed via the network address of the build node and the port number 3002, as shown in the address bar here. When presented with the login screen, the username and password required to log into the operating system on the build node should be used to log into the portal. Note that the developer need not be physically located near the edge device to access the portal. Only network connectivity to the build node is required. This is the dashboard view of the Edge Software Configurator's user interface. In this view, we can get a quick glance at all the software workloads installed and running on the build node, either natively, within containers, or within virtual machines. Below this, under the system performance, you can see the utilizations of all the resources on the build node, like CPU utilization, memory, network, storage, etc. Below this view is the static information of all the available hardware resources on the build node, as well as the details of the OS installed. Finally, at the bottom are the per workload resource utilizations of container-based and virtual machine-based workloads. One of the first activities that a user would want to do after installing the Edge Software Configurator on their network of nodes is to install workloads on it. This can be done by navigating to the tab named Configure on the top. Clicking on this would open three options, each to install workloads using one of the three supported mechanisms, which are installed natively, installing within containers, and installing within virtual machines. The Edge Software Packages and Modules option shows information about the software packages installed from the Edge Software Hub. The list of packages already installed on the build node is shown on the left side. All the available packages which are not yet installed are shown on the right side. Installing a new package is just a click of a button. The second way to install workloads is within containers. This view shows the list of any existing containers as well as their runtime state. Clicking into any of the container names in this list will show more details about the container, such as the container configuration options, as well as any hardware resources being utilized by the container. Going back to the list, we also find a button to add new container-based workloads. On clicking this, we are presented with a form that takes configuration information about the container, such as the name, the URL of the container image locally or at any online registry, resource allocations, entry point commands, environment variable settings, volume mount settings, port configurations, and any other variables. Once we click on the Deploy button, we are taken back to the container list, and this new container will appear in the list of containers once the creation succeeds. The third way to install workloads in Edge Software Configurator is within virtual machines. This is done by using the Virtual Machine option under the Configure tab. The main view shows a list of virtual machines already installed on the build node. Along with each of the listings is the information about the OS installed on each of the VMs and the hardware allocated to it. Next to it are the control buttons that may use to power on or off, reboot, or access a terminal interface into a virtual machine where applicable. To create a new virtual machine, click on the Add Virtual Machine button. We are asked to assign a name to the virtual machine instance. After entering the name, we are presented with a list of templates to choose from. A template is a combination of installed operating system as well as hardware allocation to a virtual machine. We may choose from any of the predefined templates as shown here, or we may create a custom template by choosing the individual layers manually. Here, I'm going to choose a predefined template. We are then presented with an option to also install workloads on the virtual machine. We are then presented with a list of I/O devices that we may choose to map into the virtual machine. These could be PCI devices or USB devices, as shown here. Finally, we are asked to create a username and password for the user to be able to log in to the virtual machine. On clicking the Install button, the virtual machine installation begins. A key feature of the Edge software configurator is the ability to optimize the performance of the workload on a target hardware platform. For this, ability to analyze the workload performance on the hardware platform is a prerequisite. While the toolchain to optimize workloads is currently in development, analysis tools are already available. One such tool is the workload modeling tool. This tool may be accessed under the Optimize tab as shown here. To run the workload modeling tool on a workload, choose the workload from the list of options. We are then presented with two options. The first one is used to project the performance of the workload on any target platform. To choose this option, click on the Get Performance Projections button. We are then presented with a list of target hardware platforms. Choose the target platform from the list to project the performance on. The workload modeling tool runs the analysis on the workload while it executes. After the analysis is complete, based on the information gathered, the tool will project the performance on the target hardware as shown here. The second feature provided by the workload modeling tool is to provide recommendations on the optimal number of workload instances that can be run on the current platform. To select this feature, click on the Get Recommendation button. Then set the desired target performance you would like to achieve on the current platform. The workload modeling tool analyzes the workload performance over time. Then, based on the analysis, the tool can project the optimal number of reference implementations of the workload that can be run on the given platform concurrently. Onboard Edge Nodes option in the Deploy tab is used to add an Edge node to the list of devices managed by the Edge software configurator. On clicking this option, we are presented with a high-level overview with a list of devices that are pending onboarding, as well as a list of nodes that are already successfully onboarded. When we click on one of the successfully onboarded nodes from the list, we are presented with the details of the node. This includes details of available hardware devices on the node and performance metrics such as the resource utilizations, as well as any of the applications running on the edge node, which could be container or virtual machine based. Onboard a new edge device in the Edge Software Configurator. Click on the Add Edge Node button. We are then asked to enter a name for this newly onboarded node. After that, we are presented with a set of manual steps that need to be run on the edge device. The setup steps are organized this way in order to provide a secure onboarding process and to prevent any unauthorized nodes from connecting to the Edge Software Configurator. Once these steps are run on the newly onboarded device, the device would appear in the list of newly onboarded nodes. Deployment of workloads from the build node to the edge nodes may be done using the Deploy Edge Nodes option. In this page, we can see information about any ongoing and completed deployments. Click on the Deploy button to begin the deployment. We would need to select the workload configuration on the host, which shows information about the workloads already installed on the build node. Next, we are asked to select one or more of the edge nodes for deploying the selected configuration. For any virtual machine-based workloads, we are also asked to select the username and password to log into the operating system installed on the virtual machine. And finally, after review, we can click on the Deploy button. We are presented with a progress bar that shows the selected configuration being deployed to the edge node. We can click on the Continue button to let the deployment happen in the background. Now, since this is an ongoing deployment, you will see the edge node listed in the Ongoing Deployment section. For more information about the Edge Software Configurator, please refer to the URL listed below. It contains download and installation information, usage information, as well as information about internals of the Edge Software Configurator.
All right. So that's all for my presentation, and I will hand over the presentation to Neil so that he can continue to talk about all this. Hello.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
And I believe you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see that.
Okay, I'm going to make it a full screen for everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm from the IoT customer support team. So we definitely, and we have working a lot to help providing the documentation and providing different demos to help everyone using the software from the Edge Software Hub. But we understand that you may still facing different problems from time to time. Sometimes it could be how to install the software download on a specific hardware you're using, or maybe when you start to test out the software, then you're facing some function issues or performance issues, so you need some help. So from a customer support perspective, we offer two types of support. One is we call the public community support. Consider this is a similar MOS community you've been navigating for any Linux, like any Linux forum or any open source community, we offer something similar to that. It's an open support, open community. You can raise any questions, and not just Intel. The Intel support engineers is still the backbone to monitor and to look at all the issues, and we'll try to share our knowledge to everyone. But of course, more important is we try to create society, create a culture that everybody can help each other for the to use those software. So definitely we also will continue post all this the latest and greatest updates or the forecast for the coming releases. So or the how-to tutorials. So feel free to use this community support as a forum to collect more information, or raise a question, or even help others help either to resolve the issues. In some cases, we understand the customer may not feel very comfortable to publish all the information on this open community. For example, if you have to share a failure log on the community, you may concern there might be some issues to some others could try to understand what you're trying to do, what hardware you're using, or what the product. Then later they figure out what the product you may trying to come out. So you may not, if you feel not comfortable to share everything publicly, we offer this premium support, which is a fee-based model to create this one-on-one help, one-on-one Intel with you, so we can have a dedicated channel, dedicated program to support you through the product development cycle. Of course, for either way, we have our backend engineering team to support us. If we have like issues we cannot resolve, or we confirm that is a bug we need to address in the future release, we'll bring those information back to the backend development teams to help us. For today, I think I will more focus on the community support. Again, this is here. First of all, here this is a link you can follow to. I'm going to show a demo in a minute, but here's the link where you can access and to look at all the issues they already been resolved, or issues where everybody is working on, or so that you can contribute into this community. So this forum or this website is maintained by Intel, and then we have the Intel employee, the support engineers, as a moderator to look at all the traffic and make sure the issues are addressed, or I should say the issues are be properly discussed in this community. Because it's, as I mentioned, it's the open environment. We want to make sure everybody can help each other to contribute, to share your knowledge, your experience to help others. But of course, learn from others, learn from the other members in the community. We do have. So another thing I want to highlight for this community support, you can ask any questions about the on the software, as long as the software is available on the EdgeSoft Hub, no matter it's a recipe, or like the fleet management recipe, or maybe that's a Edge EI software packages we provided. As long as the software is available on EdgeSoft Hub, you can raise the question or are looking for help from this community support. Now I'm going to show you quickly about this website. So I needed to reshare my screen. Okay, this is the portal you if you follow that link, this is the portal you are going to see once you even without logging, you can see all the these questions or the issues. And you can see this little green icon next to it. If you see this little check mark, means the questions or issues in this ticket has been resolved. Whoever raised the ticket has confirmed this issue. Has accepted resolution been posted. For those little lock icon, which means the issue has been closed and this conversation thread has been locked, so you cannot continue add more comments to this ticket, but you definitely can still view it or understand what the problem was and how this been resolved. So one more thing is about the label here. We're adding different labels to help you quickly filter out or find the topics you like most. Like say, if I only look at it, if I only interested in ECI, I can just use these labels. Once you see this page, then you can always click the post or question here. Click this icon. That will lead you to a login page, which I already logged in. So it will, if you have not set up your account, it's only about 5 minutes effort to. We only need your email address and to set up your account. Then from here, you can start to creating or adding your questions, and don't forget to add the labels you want, so to help others to filter it out. So it's a very straightforward community, and you can see we already have quite a few questions, and then they have a pretty good response speed for those questions. And I'm happy to see most of the questions has been addressed quickly by the backend support team. I hope this is a quick introduction. I hope everyone get a feeling about this community support and how to use it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the community. And we're happy to help you if you raise any questions here. Lastly, I'm going to start to switch back to our pages. So this is my end of my presentation. So together with the Edge Soft Hub configuration tool shared by Hanka, I really encourage everybody to spend some time to visit our Edge Soft Hub portal. Just to go through all the different the recipes or software packages on there. Click into it. We have all the documents listed there to help you understand the solution better. And then that's the page, the information page will lead you to the right place to download the version you're looking for. So give a try and download them and to test it out. And of course, please also try out this Edge software configurator. Download it, try it out, and if you have any troubles, any issues, we're happy to support you through the community support. I will pause here, and I think that's the time for our Q&A.
Yes, sure. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hencarlo and Mr. Neil Chen. We have several questions here that Mr. Henka already helped with the typing answer as well. So we still have one more question here from Mr. Brian. So to have ESH fee-based premium support, how to determine it? How much cost will need it? Is there any list of questions to sizing it? So who's gonna answer the question?
I can take this question.
Yes, sure.
I can give you a more deep dive on. Basically, the model is to there is amount of a fee associated with a bucket of support hours. So we don't limit like the support is only restricted for what type of questions. We're only bounded by how many hours we can support you. So you can decide which ticket or which one you want us to work with you, and then we just count our team's effort spent on that ticket. So it's kind of you prepaid a bunch of hours, then you decide how you want to use it. So I would, if you're interested, we can have a follow-up session on that, and I will be happy to go through the details with you.
Okay, so if we're gonna like further discussion where we can like get the contact person, is it
Yeah, I'm the
Mr. Neil?
contact
Yeah.
person. Yes.
Okay, so do you mind to type your email maybe?
Of course.
Oke, thank you Mr. Neil. Oke, apakah Bapak Ibu masih ada pertanyaan lain? Boleh langsung diketik di kolom Q&A. Apakah masih ada pertanyaan? Oh, thank you Mr. Neil. Jadi Bapak Ibu silakan Bapak Ibu yang masih ingin berdiskusi lebih lanjut dengan Mr. Neil, silakan bisa menghubungi ke emailnya Mr. Neil Chen di neil.chen@intel.com. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu langsung saja menghubungi Mr. Neil Chen ke neil.chen@intel.com. Apakah Bapak Ibu masih ada yang ingin bertanya? Silakan kami membuka pertanyaan di kolom Q&A. Silakan tuliskan saja pertanyaan Bapak Ibu di kolom Q&A. Letaknya ada di sebelah kolom chat. Silakan. Oke, Mr. Guan Buntan juga sudah menuliskan ini alamat ya, link ya untuk Bapak Ibu bisa menghubungi ke Intel Edge Software Hub. Silakan Bapak Ibu bisa langsung klik saja dan mengakses link yang sudah tertera di kolom chat. Oke, baik. Kami masih menanti apakah ada Bapak Ibu yang bertanya. Ini masih ada satu pertanyaan lagi. So we still have one more question here, Mr. Neil. The question is, what are the limitations for Intel Edge software? Can we add additional support tool or technology framework other than stack that already provided?
For this support, this is mainly focused on any software for the Edge Software Hub. We do the premium support is a supporter model for us, so it's not just limited to Edge Software Hub. But I think for this conversation, everything is kind of focused on Edge Software Hub. But I'm not sure depends on which technical areas or the product we need help. So again, I think it is better for offline discussion to better understand your need.
All right, sure.
But besides
Thank-
that,
yeah.
let's say the contact, right? We also can contact Maria, right? In local, right? For any more details requirements, you can contact Maria and myself, right? So that we can consolidate the questions that you have to our view. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Alright. Baik, Bapak Ibu, apakah ada yang masih ditanyakan? Ada yang masih ingin bertanya? Silahkan. Satu pertanyaan terakhir mungkin. Ya, Ibu Maria juga sudah menuliskan alamat email Ibu Maria. Silakan bisa langsung dihubungi ke maria.kalangi@intel.com ya. Jadi Bapak Ibu silakan langsung saja dicek nih di kolom chatnya. Sudah ada alamat-alamat email yang tertera. Silakan Bapak Ibu yang ingin berdiskusi lebih lanjut bisa langsung menghubungi ke maria.kalangi@intel.com maupun ke neil.chen@intel.com. Baik. Satu pertanyaan terakhir, apakah masih ada yang ingin bertanya? Oke, nampaknya sudah tidak ada yang bertanya lagi ya. Saya akan menutup sesi Q&A. Okay, so we don't have any further question, Mr. Neil and Mr. Henkar. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, Mr. Henkar and Mr. Neil Chen. Oke, baik Bapak Ibu. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Oke, Bapak Ibu, jadi itulah tadi presentasi dan informasi solusi terupdate dari Intel yang sudah disampaikan oleh Mr. Henkar Lau selaku Product Manager Edge Software Hub dan Mr. Neil Chen, Project Lead Manager at Intel Corporation. Baik, Bapak Ibu, sekali lagi kami mengajak Bapak Ibu yang ingin berdiskusi lebih lanjut, silakan bisa langsung menghubungi ke maria.kalangi@intel.com atau bisa langsung menghubungi ke neil.chen@intel.com. Baik, Bapak Ibu, untuk informasi kita akan ada upcoming event lagi nih. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu catat, bisa daftar dari sekarang. Tinggal scan aja nih QR code yang ada di layar Bapak Ibu sekalian. Boleh langsung ditengok. Kapan tuh? Hari Kamis tanggal 15 Juli 2021 jam 9 pagi sampai 10 pagi ya waktu Indonesia Barat. Silakan Bapak Ibu bisa langsung scan QR code yang ada di layar Bapak Ibu. Silakan boleh dicatat di kalender nih dari sekarang juga. Langsung aja disimpan di kalendernya hari Kamis 15 Juli 2021 pukul 9 pagi sampai 10 pagi waktu Indonesia Barat. Akan hadir speaker-speaker yang sudah akan bergabung juga dengan kami di hari Kamis. Luar biasa semuanya hari ini juga. Ada Mr. Vibu Bitar selaku Senior Solution Architect at ML IoT at Intel Corporation dan Mr. Devang Anggarwal, Product Analyst Intel AI IoT Deep Learning Open Vino. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu untuk dapat langsung bergabung di hari Kamis 15 Juli 2021 pukul 9 pagi sampai 10 waktu Indonesia Barat ya. Jangan lupa langsung di-scan aja QR code-nya. Boleh kalau mau di-foto dulu, di-screenshot dulu silahkan. Oke, baik. Silakan bisa juga langsung menghubungi ke email rsvp@e1tunggalmandiri.com atau ke WhatsApp Vina 0858 9101 5223. Baik. Oke, nampaknya informasi hari ini sudah dibagi-bagikan untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kami berharap semoga informasi yang sudah di-sharingkan hari ini, ilmu-ilmu yang sudah diberikan, solusi terupdate yang sudah diberikan untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian bermanfaat untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. Dan dengan ini artinya kita sudah sampai di penghujung acara kita dalam acara Intel Edge Software Hub Configuration and Deployment Tool with Intel Edge Software Configurator, persembahan dari Intel Edge AI Challenge dan PT Sinex Metro Data Indonesia. Sekali lagi kami mengucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran dan partisipasi Bapak Ibu dari awal hingga akhir webinar kita. Kami juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada speaker-speaker saya yang sudah hadir hari ini, luar biasa sekali. Ada Bapak Herianto, IoT and Cloud Business Development Director, kemudian Mr. Henkar Lau, Product Manager Edge Software Hub, and Mr. Nilchen, Technical Project Lead Manager at Intel Corporation. Thank you juga kepada Ibu Maria Kalangi, terima kasih banyak, dan Mr. Guan Buntan. Thank you so much for this webinar dan atas informasi yang sudah diberikan kepada Bapak Ibu sekalian. Semoga sekali lagi bermanfaat untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Jangan ragu-ragu, jangan sungkan-sungkan Bapak Ibu apabila ingin berdiskusi lebih lanjut silakan bisa langsung menghubungi ke maria.kalangi@intel.com. Sudah ada di layar chat Bapak Ibu sekalian ya, atau ke neil.john@intel.com. Baik. Kami juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih banyak kepada Intel Edge AI Challenge dan PT Sinex Metro Data Indonesia sehingga acara kita dapat berlangsung lancar dari awal hingga akhir. Untuk itu saya Alina, saya pamit undur diri. Jangan lupa hari Kamis berjumpa di training selanjutnya ya, di event selanjutnya 15 Juli 2021 pukul 9 sampai 10 pagi waktu Indonesia Barat. Scan QR code-nya dari sekarang, daftarkan diri Anda sekarang. Dan kami ingin memohon maaf apabila ada kekurangan maupun kesalahan selama acara berlangsung. Baik, saya Alina, saya pamit undur diri. Sampai jumpa di webinar selanjutnya. Stay safe, stay healthy, Bapak Ibu dimanapun berada dan silakan melanjutkan aktivitas. Have a nice day, thank you. Sampai jumpa. It's the thought of being when your heart's